please do so during applause or intermission. Thank you, and please enjoy Farsala Drama, Jack Watts' senior recital.
Once again stood by his side, and the miracles brought him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses saw in Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. God made the waters of the Red Sea part. That was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders, a miracle of miracles, God took a tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles brought him through the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God made the manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought would never be. God has given you to me. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my senior recital. I'm so sorry, I'm chewing bread right now. Give me a second. Yes, if any of you don't know what that was, look at my Instagram. There was plenty of that where that came from. So, you're all wondering, why Farsala Drama? Well, as you know, when you're becoming an actor, you have some sort of qualities that you really are good at, like just right off the bat, and then you come and you're educated on how to be more crafted into what you can be as a true actor. I'm sorry, I'm not fully prepared for some of this, so this is off the cuff, so yay for me. And so for that, I want to experience a balance of comedy and drama within an actor, because in my opinion, to be great at both qualities of that type of performance makes you a better actor, because it shows the flexibility that you can have. First off, this is going to be a whole evening of thanks. Taylor Main, my voice teacher right over there, I just want to say thank you for taking an acting major like me and making people see, hey, I have a pretty decent singing voice, so just thank you for the 3.5 years that we've worked together, and just like all of the support and love that you've been giving me. So just thank you so much. Yay. Now, for this next performance, we're going to go all the way back to the year of 2018. Ooh. A simpler time, a better time. So this was my freshman year of high school that I did this performance of Noises Off, where I played the role of Selsden, the old man actor who played a burglar. In that case, I feel like this was my first true monologue that I had experienced as an actor, and it made me go, hey, this show in particular, which was a pretty fire show for me personally, it made me go, hey, I think that I want to do acting and performance professionally, and so if she is watching, possibly, I don't know, my theater teacher in my high school, Nicole Voss, I want to give a special shout out to for giving me that spark and that fire, so thank you to you, Voss, thank you. Yes. May I see it? No.
The house is on fire, Seymour!
No, Mother, it's just the Northern Lights.
Well, Seymour, it's very,
Help!
very...
Help!
You steam a very good ham, Seymour.
Yes.
Help!
So yeah, there's going to be a lot of weirdness like that tonight, so get ready. So, the next performance that you will be seeing is from a very recent number that I did recently from a little show called The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. I personally feel like it's one of the best things that I've done at Drake, this performance, and I feel like I just wanted to share it again. You wonder why so recent? And you did it so recently. Why share it again? Because my family wasn't there to see it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the main reason why I didn't want. That's why I wanted to show it. So. Also, Jenny will be here, tied up in her role as Ted. So she's reprising that role. Yes. It's a show-stopping number, a real show-stopper, a show-stopping number, come on. Something to shock 'em, to send them a-crawling, a big-time box office draw. With the press and the glamour, we'll kill the review spotlight on Mr. Ingenue. So fill out your tumbler, got a show-stopping number for you.
Please, Professor, if they hear us, they will kill us.
Show-stopping number is something you die for, a real catchy earwormy tune. In a award-winning score that seeps in and out of your pores, a ditty to make the chorus just swoon. It'll unify humanity in a thundering chorus. No exit from this Broadway view. So crash the shiny cymbals, got a show-stopping hymnal for you. The song's pretty good, huh? Bet you didn't know I was also a composer. In fact, while I was also preparing for the apocalypse, I was writing my very own musical. Mind if I give you the pitch?
We don't have time. Fucking go for it.
It's called Working Boys, a new musical. It's about a bunch of old college chums. Sure, they've become successful in the world of business, but they all long for the better times, living in a beat-up college house on the old college campus. But those days, they're gone for good. Or are they? This here is the title number. There's a bit of a delay, give it some time. Business calls, I'm up to my ass in shit. What is this business? Markets are crashing and I'm at the edge of my wits. I just can't take it, but all I want to do is spend a day with Greg and Steve and Stu and Mark, yeah, and Layton and Chad. Ring, ring. The phone rings. I answer it. Oh, hey, Greg. Yeah, no, I'm just totally swamped with, business. Stocks, bonds, gold parachutes. Remember those days on the football field? Last weekend feels so long ago. Tonight, after work, on the football field, those old stomping grounds, eh, Greg? Just you, me, and Stu, and Steve, working, boys, we're up in our ass and shit. What is this business? 5 o'clock can't come soon enough. 5 o'clock can't come soon enough. 5 o'clock can't come soon enough. I can't wait to get home to my boys. Let me get some water for that. Oh, nope, no.
Do it again!
5, 6, 7, 8. No. All right. So I've given you a lot of comedy at this point, so I feel like why not dim your moods with a little bit of drama and depression? Yeah, I know, right? So this monologue that I will be presenting is the first ever performance that I did here at Drake my freshman year of The Rabbit Hole, if any of you remember that. So it was not, a lot of behind the scenes stuff were going on during that time. It was not like super, super great, but for me personally, I was like the whole time, oh my God, I'm in my first show here at Drake. This is exciting. And I got all excited for the role of a teenager who accidentally runs over a 4-year-old child and has to deal with the consequences and telling the parents, hey, I did that.
Woo!
Great introduction, huh? So, without further ado, this is from The Rabbit Hole, a monologue from Jason. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Corbett, I wanted to send you my condolences on the death of your son, Danny. I know it's been 8 months since the accident, but I'm sure it's probably still hard for you to be reminded of that day. I think about what happened a lot, so I'm sure you do too. I've been having troubles at home and at school, and a couple people here thought it might be a good idea to write to you. I'm really sorry if this letter upsets you. That is obviously not my intention. Even though I never knew Danny, I did read the article in the town newspaper and was happy to learn a little bit about him. Sounds like he was a great kid. I'm sure you miss him a lot, as you said in the article. I especially like the part where Mr. Corbett talked about Danny's robots, because when I was his age, I loved robots too. I've enclosed a short story to Danny's memory. There aren't any robots in this one, but I think it would be the kind of story he'd like if he were my age. Would it bother you if I dedicated the story? If so, please let me know. The printer deadline for the magazine is March 31st, so if you tell me before then, I can have them take it off. I know this probably doesn't make things better, but I wanted you to know how terrible I feel about Danny. I know that no matter how hard this has been on me, I cannot understand the depth of the loss. My mom has only told me that about 100 times. I, of course, wanted to say how sorry I am that things happened the way they did, and that I wish I had driven down a different block that day. I'm sure you do too. Anyway, that's it for now. If you'd like to let me know about the dedication, you can email me at the address above. If I don't hear from you, I assume it's okay. Sincerely, Jason Willett. Now, I'm going to throw another monologue at you. This monologue is from, even though that was my first performance at Drake, this is my first main stage show at Drake, from The Bacchae, if any of you remember that. That whole process was a really cool time for me because it really exposed me a lot to classical theater in that environment, and just the whole cast was a really good time. I wanted to give 2 special shout outs. The first being Emma Grace, who student directed that show and big old couch in the callback room, and I said to Jenny, Jenny, I think I'm going to have to hump that couch. And yeah, so, and it was a line about sex in some way, and so I went in there, I did my monologue, and I fully just humped that couch like it owed me money. In there, Emma Grace and John Graham, they were howling and dying from laughter to the point where when people were outside, they were like, is somebody getting killed from the amount of laughter in there? And then afterwards, when the casters came out, Emma Grace texted me and said, you hump a couch, you get cast. And so, me humping a couch, this led to this. So I give you a monologue from Tiresias from the Bacchae. Now, it's all right, my friends. It's so nice to hear a wise man give a good speech. But that wasn't it. My king, you speak well and you seem intelligent, but your words, they make absolutely no sense. This new god whom you mock, even I am unable to gauge the magnificence they'll eventually become, how great the influence, how far the spread of the rites of wine and love and dancing pouring into and out of the souls of humanity within the communion of the earth and all of nature. And yet, you mock this God. Why? Is being born of woman and fathered by a god too hard for you to believe? Dionysus is proclaimed a god by Zeus and given great powers over Greece. When a god is possessive over a human, they then speak in tongues, speaking prophecies and truths never before known. When soldiers enter battle, and the god is in them, they fight with an unmatched frenzy. Young man, your confidence in your power leads you to delusions and diseases of the mind that will lead you to thinking that you are wise. Welcome this god into Thebes. Celebrate a new birth. Pour libations and garland your head with ivy. The liberation this god brings will defile no one, nor turn anyone away from their true nature or pure self. Trust the citizens of Thebes to decide for themselves where they will go and what they will do there. A charismatic leader whose power only comes from an overgrown, childlike love of self is unable to be of benefit to anyone but themselves. Your mad thoughts are twisted with hate, and you suffer by clinging on to tradition and culture as words to hide behind in order to cover up the fear of the impermanence of your life. You bask in the praises and adorations shouted out by the citizens of Thebes. Well, this god also deserves our adoration and praise, for this god brings liberation. So Cadmus and I will wear ivy in our hair, and shake our staves, and sing, and dance. We will be the old, gray, feeble people at the celebration, and we will be welcomed as all are welcome, with warmth and love. And we'll be home. Thank you. So at this moment in time, we're going to take a 5-minute intermission. So please go to the bathroom, do your thing. Also, please feel free to enjoy in
for microphone purposes.
Yeah, they
How we
said
doing?
the live stream. People on the live stream says it needs to be louder.
Yeah. So I'm talking so that we can get the microphone levels all good. You let me know when I can stop. Okay. How's everyone doing?
Do a trick.
Yeah. Jenny, like literally I didn't recognize him in the program, but when he started talking, I went to that stage reading that he was in. Like the first show he was in.
That's rock and roll, yeah.
Yeah. I had no idea what to expect coming in, but he did such a good job with it. Yeah, sorry about the mic issues to everyone at home. We're working on it, so hopefully it's better for Act 2. Our wonderful live stream technician Ian is working so hard back there. Jenny's helping him out. Jenny's been such a good sport all day. And Jack. They've both been running around like crazy. But yeah, we're doing so good. I'm so ready to graduate. It's gonna be awesome.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna work for Polk County. I'm a band kid, but I crew performances here at Drake. And I was Jack's across the hall roommate our freshman year. And yes, we were roommates in England, which was such a wonderful time. That trip was amazing. Jack and Jenny have been dear friends of mine all throughout our time at Drake. I remember the first time I met Jenny. I don't know how long y'all had been together, but I knew Jack and I went to say hi to him at something. We were probably just in fact. And he turned to you and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is my friend Jenny." And you looked at him like, "What did you just call me?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, how could I be so silly? She is my girlfriend."
But why don't you? It must have been like recent then, because I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
don't you think of that?
Yeah, but yeah, and we survived McCarthy class together. I was so that's
He did the AOI.
yeah
Great.
yeah. I think I wrote every single paper for that class in one sitting, like in the hours before it was due.
'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. That it is, and nothing more.
Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer.
Sir,
Said I,
or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping, tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you.
here, I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortals ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word.
Lenore.
This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word.
Lenore.
Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before.
Surely,
Said I,
surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more.
open here, I flung the shutter, when with many a flint and flutter, in there stopped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least of simians made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mine of lord or lady peached above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore.
Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou
I said,
art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore.
quoth the raven,
Nevermore.
much I marveled this ungainly fowl, to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as.
Nevermore.
But the raven, sitting lonely in the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul is that one word he did outpour, nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered.
Other friends have flown before. On the morrow you will leave me, as my hopes have flown before.
Then the bird said,
Nevermore.
startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken.
Doubtless,
Said I,
what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of never, nevermore.
the raven, still beguiling my sad fancy and smiling. Straight I wheeled the cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking.
Nevermore.
This I sat, engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl, whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining. Then the lamplight gloated over, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating over she shall press? Ah, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor.
Wretch!
I cried,
Thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, respite and nepenthe from my memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore.
quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
Prophet,
Said I,
think of evil, prophet still if bird or devil, whether temper sent or whether temper tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore.
Quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend.
I shrieked, upstarting.
Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beat from out my heart, and take thy form from out my door.
Quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting. Still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight over him, streaming, throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul, from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore. All right. Next shall be a song. This one doesn't have a whole lot of deep meaning behind it. I just really enjoy it a lot. It shows off some lower, deeper register for me when I come singing. So, yeah. This will be performed "If I Can't Love Her" from Beauty and the Beast. Also, I really enjoy Beauty and the Beast, so I guess that's a reason why. And in my twisted face, there's not the slightest trace stand in this plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? Well, I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother. Why, bastard, wherefore base, when my dimensions are just as compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true as honest madame's issue? Why brand they us with base? With baseness, bastardy, base? Who, in the lusty stealth of nature, show more composition and fierce quality than doth in a dull, stale, tired head? Go to the collection of a tribe full of fops between asleep and wake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word! Legitimate. Well then, my legitimate. If this letter speak So, without further ado, let me just demonstrate my audition as to why I could be a good Mary Tyler Lincoln. Oh, you bastard! You pig! You bastard! Oh, mother, why did I marry him? You pig! You bastard!
God damn them!
Mother,
God damn their whole goddamn army, and goddamn Robert A. Lincoln! Oh dear Heavenly Father, please, I beg you to show me what I can do to... Oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry. Mary? Mary? Mary!
oh, God, Abraham, I'm so sorry. I must have fallen asleep while reading my book.
Really? Good book?
Oh, yes. No, no, stop! You wouldn't like it. It's a sad story. You hate sad stories.
Not at all. I love sad stories. The Norton Anthology of Drama, Volume 1.
Poor Norton, murdered on his birthday.
God damn it! What the hell happened to
Happened to your
my
desk?
I thought drunks were supposed to be good liars.
What?
You're a terrible actress, Mary.
How dare you? I'm offended. I am leaving.
Stop! What are you holding?
Simply a pillow.
Why are you taking a pillow with you?
I want to show it to my friends.
You don't have friends.
Well, I'm hoping to make some by going into town and showing everyone my amazing pillow. I'll set up the baby. The baby.
God damn it, Mary. Where's Louise?
She went home.
Mary, what did you do to Louise?
Nothing. Why? What did she say? She's a liar.
Mary!
Why would I push an entire woman down the stairs? Because it's hilarious? That doesn't make any sense. It was a total accident. It could happen to anyone I wanted to get rid of. Besides, I don't need a babysitter.
Louise is a companion. She likes you.
No, she doesn't. Not after I pushed her down the stairs.
Get the hell out of my sight. I have too much to do.
I swear to God, I'm leaving this place.
Oh, good. Where are you going?
West,
California?
the liquor store.
Oh, stop it. You can make me out to be the villain all you want, but I'm thinking of your health.
You are only caring about your own reputation. And what's good about being healthy if your entire life is trapped in a cage? It's like having gorgeous shoes and